And hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Star Trek The Next Generation. Today we are checking out episode 17 of season 6, Birthright Part 2. Now for me personally, I just watched Birthright Part 1, but for you guys had to wait a week, so hopefully that week was extenuating, you know what I mean? Hopefully you were on the edge of your seat waiting for this reaction, and if not, that's okay too. But yeah, I'm really excited to dive on into this episode. What's the mystery of the Klingons? Why are they seemingly working with the Romulans, or just happy to be living under Romulan rule in some way? Are we gonna get another cool subplot? Are we gonna get more Bashir? Are we gonna get more Morn, Frank Morn? Are we gonna get more DS9, like some sexy high definition DS9? I don't really know. Remember guys, as well, I'll be watching a few more episodes of TNG on the channel, with a season 7 episode Firstborn next week, and then The Chase the following week, which The Chase doesn't really relate to DS9 at all in any way. I think it's just a lot of people recommended to me, and I have a few extra hours in my week coming up, so I could fit in one episode of TNG extra, and that would be The Chase. And if you'd like to check out more of my reactions, you can head over to my Patreon of uncut and early access reactions to my movies and TV shows that come out up to 3 weeks early, as well as exclusive Patreon live streams, movie polls, movie reactions, and so much more. Thank you so much for checking it out. Let's get back to the video. Okay, let's see what the fuss is all about, and let's see what is happening on this Romulan planet. I hope you enjoy my reaction to Birthright Part 2.
We are dead, Worf. We died at Kittimer.
Oh my god.
It was worse than death.
Well, why did you...
So you pretended to die.
The next blast rendered us unconscious, and when we awoke, we were prisoners.
So one of these people have to be Worf's father, right?
They would not acknowledge that their warriors had been taken prisoner.
And when it was clear...
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we knew that our families believed we had fallen in battle, so we did not wish to return.
That has to be Moog, right?
All that matters is that our families are not dishonored.
Why?
That's fair.
You would have found only dishonor.
But he is still my father.
If I had found him here, I would be glad to see him.
Aww.
I can only hope that if my son came here, he would be Klingon enough to kill me.
Wow. Yeah, Worf is a little different than most Klingons, I think. He doesn't have... he has that whole honor complex that all Klingons have and stuff, but there is something a little more different about him, whether that's working for Starfleet or because he was raised by human parents. But it's really interesting. And guys, I forgot to mention... One sec. Now that the singing's out of the way, I forgot to mention my puppy Huxley right here, fast asleep, really excited to be watching the second part. She watched the first part with us, now she's watching the second part. I think there's honor in living and in what they're doing right now, you know what I mean? I think there's honor in this.
What war?
The war our parents came here to escape.
Interesting.
That war was over many years ago.
I'm not interested in what you have to say, Klingon. Got work to do.
This community might raise a whole different mindset of Klingons as well.
Forced to fight whether they want to or not. And that's why our parents came here. To make a safe home.
Yeah, see, there's some lies.
Where I come from, people are free to come and go as they choose.
So are we.
Are you though?
Not any longer.
Baal, come here.
Yes, Mother.
I guess, yeah, a prison can be safe, but can still be a prison.
Then I suppose I won't be seeing you at the pond again.
Oh, wink, wink.
Enter.
It's a Romulan.
He hated me. All the Klingons did. And I had no...
Are you guys friends now?
I was told that unless I stayed to oversee them myself, they would be killed.
Really?
Here, Romulans and Klingons live in peace.
That's a wild thought. If this is actually true.
I see the sadness in their eyes.
That's not what I see when I look in my wife's eyes.
Wife? Klingon?
To disrupt our lives here, I'm not speaking just as a jailer, but as a man protecting his family.
Wow. Smooth, Worf. Born in the complex. It was a bomb. Worf bombed it. It was a distraction. Come on, Worf. Oh my days. Came out of nowhere.
Aww.
It implants a small beryllium pellet underneath the skin. We can use its energy signature to track you.
Oh, wow.
We'll grow accustomed to life here.
He doesn't want to, though. They're holding him against his will. Oh, he's about to do his... I forget what it's called. His martial arts.
The form clears the mind and centers the body.
Oh, they're practicing with him. He's got his own little army.
Take a wider stance.
You must stop.
Oh my god.
You would be wise to learn them.
That's so cool how these, like, it looks like dancing, but it's actually almost these techniques for combat.
She's not here. Come in.
No way she invited him over. This is like a teen romance.
This is a doctor.
Oh, what?
It is given to a daughter who has come of age, old enough to take a mate.
Oh.
Bile.
Oh no. She's gonna see that.
Why is she forbidden to know what these things are?
Go!
That was a powerful go. That's respectable.
Father, the ocean filled with his tears.
I would love to hear
flooded.
a Worf bedtime story.
It is late. It is time to sleep.
I don't even care about the Moog father situation anymore. It's really interesting to see this generation of Klingons who grew up in a place where being a Klingon isn't what they're taught. You know what I mean?
The stories that you tell, are they true?
They're legends.
Did he ever take a mate?
That is another story.
Oh.
Tell me.
Oh. 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 She's half Romulan, half Klingon.
You are Romulan.
She's the daughter of the guy.
Tokath is my father. I thought you knew that.
Oh my god.
Many of them women and children.
I don't know what you're talking about. My father came here to escape the wars.
No, they lied to you.
Ask him. Ask your mother. Tell them you want to know the truth.
Half Klingon, half Romulan. Wow, that's cool. You don't see that mix a lot of the time.
What do you want?
I am sorry if I upset you.
Apology accepted.
I was surprised. I became angry, but I do not blame you.
Yeah, it's not her fault.
It is not your fault.
What, being born? I'm sorry if that offends you.
No,
It does offend Worf. That's funny.
enemies have been for centuries.
Not here. Here, we live in peace.
Yeah, Worf's not understanding that. She knows that this is her house, right? Like, she could just tell Worf to leave if she doesn't have to leave herself. He's like, okay, just ruin our game, but fine.
That is not how you play this game.
It is now. My dog wants to leave. Bye, Huxley. Here we go.
It is a difficult skill to master. Perhaps you are too young.
I do see Worf's point, but I see their point as well. Like, they are from here. This is where they grew up. Worf knew. Worf knew.
You learn quickly.
He's like, yeah, I do.
I think they will.
I love the confidence in Worf.
I will not try to escape.
Leave us. We have work to do.
Guess you can believe a Klingon's word, right?
He gave his word.
Yeah, there we go.
In all this time, have I ever broken it?
Not at all. A Klingon's word is the ultimate thing, you know?
If he breaks his word and tries to escape, kill him.
You can't kill Worf, though. That's the thing. You think this kid can kill Worf even if Worf tries to escape?
Yes. I can smell it.
Oh, interesting.
Where life and death meet. This is what we are. Warriors.
Yeah!
There is much you were never taught.
Klingons are like made to be warriors, you know what I mean? It's in their DNA.
He'll come back after all. A warrior keeps his word, isn't that so?
They do.
Kala!
Oh, yeah! Let's cook it up and serve it to everyone. He's gonna have to clean the table after that, though.
Get that off my table.
Is he a vegetarian?
You do not kill an animal unless you intend to eat it.
Yeah.
Blood runs through my veins. I do not know how or why.
The Romulans are not happy about this.
We sing a song known only to me as a lullaby.
Really?
Battle has begun.
Bagda tomorrow.
Okay.
Soja do.
He can kind of sing. Oh, he's doing it too. Okay. It's like a sea shanty, you know? It's a singing revolution.
Of his prey on the wind. For the first time in his life, he felt powerful, and that is what you have tried to take away from him.
Yeah, you can't take away that part of a Klingon.
I offer you a choice. Live with us as one of us, or I will have you
Don't say it.
put to death.
Oh my god.
The young people will see what it is to die as a Klingon.
Yeah, he'll be a martyr, you know what I mean? I think killing Worf is the wrong idea.
No matter how I might feel about you, you don't deserve to die.
I am not going to run away, Bio,
Yeah, there's no honor in running away.
but they will not defeat me.
I don't understand you.
A Klingon.
Everyone to a Klingon, I don't understand you.
I still sense that you care for me. Am I wrong?
No.
Is it so hard to speak of love? Worf, please.
I would not have thought it possible to love a Romulan.
Yeah, I think this is really conflicting with his mind.
Can't you stay here with us? With me?
If there were, I would take you away with me.
This is our home, though.
Why did you come here? We were so happy. We didn't know that there was anything missing in our lives.
Oh! So how is Worf going to not die? You know what I mean?
Be wrong to do so. I have questioned myself. I have spent the night.
Oh, she's crying, look.
Those are eloquent words, Toka. But the truth is, I am being executed.
Yeah.
The truth is a threat to you.
Enough. Stand ready. Raise your weapons.
Oh, God.
Father.
Stop this!
Oh, my God. And he's wearing armor.
If you kill him, you will have to kill me.
Oh, my God. And then kill everyone.
This way of life. And so would I. I want to leave.
Oh, wow.
As do many others. You will have
Everyone's like, yeah.
Stand ready.
No, you can't do this. Oh, wow. Standing in defiance. Oh, wow. Even his own daughter eventually, right? Even his own daughter. And Worf with the arm around her waist.
But perhaps over the years we lost sight of our children that we raised here.
Yeah. She does lose a daughter from this, though.
For that, we must honor them. You must promise them never to reveal their secret.
Yeah.
No one must know of this place.
No, that's so fair enough.
Log supplemental. Our search for Lieutenant Worf was cut short when we received a
Oh, that's a sexy standoff.
rendezvous with a Romulan vessel. He has informed us we were
Okay, not a standoff, but that's so cool. I love seeing those two giant ships just looking at each other.
No, sir. There was no prison camp.
Yeah, and your father was not there.
Crashed in the Korea system 4 years ago. No one survived Kittimer.
Wow, he lied again. He lied again. Interesting. I wonder if... I'll ask this in the review actually, but that was a good ending. You know what I mean? That was a really cool ending. And that was my reaction to Birthright Part 2, Episode 17 of Season 6 of Star Trek. I almost said Star Trek DS9. I've been watching too much DS9. Star Trek The Next Generation, and a really great ending to this two-parter. I really enjoyed this whole Worf scenario. I mean, if you remember last episode, it was like a whole bunch of characters. Like, we had a subplot with Data, we had Bashir and stuff like that. We had no Bashir in this episode, sadly. No, not really any DS9, if any DS9. But we did have all of Worf. And I remember I actually had two questions. I have two questions, actually. So if you guys would answer these in the comments, that would be absolutely amazing. The first, I mean, actually, don't answer the first question. The first question is more speculation. The first question isn't a question. Don't answer this one, okay? Don't answer, like, Big Siren. Don't answer this one. I wonder if any of the characters from Birthright Part 1 or Birthright Part 2 are going to be in DS9. Like, I am wondering the reason to why people thought that this two-parter would be a fun two-parter for me to watch for DS9, because my question to the Patrons were, name me episodes that are not good episodes, but are episodes that, like, they could also be good episodes, but episodes that relate in some way to DS9. And Birthright Part 1 and Birthright Part 2 were episodes that were mentioned. Now, I know that in DS9, Worf appears in season 4 at some point. People have told me that in the comments, so it's not good. It's not like a thing that I don't know. I know that Worf appears in season 4. I don't know when he appears in season 4. He could appear in the first episode. He could appear in the last episode. I don't know when he appears in season 4. All I know is that he does. And so I was assuming that these two episodes would prepare me for something that is going to go down with Worf in season 4 at some point. But I'm also wondering now if there are going to be any other characters from these two episodes that are going to appear in DS9. Maybe the guy, that kid, that teenage, like, man Klingon person who kind of is taken under Worf's wing and almost becomes this, like, son of Worf's in a way. You know, he takes him hunting and stuff like that. I forget his name at the moment. I wonder if he will be in DS9. I wonder if the woman that Worf kind of falls in love with, the half Romulan, half Klingon woman, if she will make an appearance in DS9. I'm kind of speculating more that those characters are going to make an appearance rather than this two-parter relates to a Worf arc in the future, but it might relate to a Worf arc in the future as well, but I'm not too sure how much it's going to connect. I didn't ask for it to connect like insanely amount. I just wanted maybe some connection, maybe a little bit more backstory, you know what I mean? But yeah, the next question that I have, and this is actually a question you guys can answer me, is I am a little confused about Klingons and marriages and stuff, you know what I mean? So I remember watching this episode earlier on in TNG, and it was an episode where Worf fell in love with this other Klingon woman, right? And they did that whole I guess it wasn't really a marriage, but it was kind of a marriage where they like kind of committed to each other, but Worf was having like a hard time committing, remember? And then later on we see that he has a son, Alexander. I'm pretty sure that's his son's name. And so I'm wondering, he also has fallen in love with this Romulan Klingon lady. I'm wondering, like, is it okay for Romulan men to have multiple lovers? Or are you only supposed to kind of abstain to one person, like keep yourself to one person? Or did something happen between Worf and that woman, like either in the episode that I watched or in the episodes in between, where they're no longer together or they no longer love each other? I feel like I remember actually that they're not together, but they would just kind of always love each other. I think that's how the episode ended, but I'm not 100% sure. So please just let me know and just clear up my confusion a little bit there. But yeah, I think this episode brought up some really good points, actually. Like, you could obviously see Worf's standpoint on why he wanted to train these Klingons. He wanted to tell these Klingons that had no idea about their culture, all about Klingon culture, about who they actually are, because being a warrior isn't just something that Klingons are taught to do. It's something that's actually in the Klingon DNA, you know what I mean? Like, you could see that when they went hunting, when Worf and that Klingon kid went hunting and he started to smell the prey, and you could just see his eyes light up and the smell gets stronger and stronger. It's something that's so instinctive in the Klingon culture, and yet these kids that grew up in the compound never learned about it. So I can understand Worf wanting to teach them about Klingon ways and stuff, but at the same time, you could also see the side of the Romulans saying, like, you know what, this has never happened before. Like, they kind of are prisoners. Like, obviously they're not allowed to leave the world and stuff like that, or even go like incredibly far away from the compound for that matter. But like, when have Romulans and Klingons lived in peace? And he's also protecting his family. He's also protecting the honor of the older Klingons and stuff. And so there's kind of these two different sides, and now the kids who have grown up to and who have now left this planet and have now left this compound, they have kind of grown up doing Klingon things and also doing Romulan things. One of them is even half Romulan and half Klingon, and so they kind of are this product of two different worlds, and I'm kind of wondering if that will make an appearance either later on in TNG or at some point in DS9, like that will come up again, these two different world scenarios. But it was really interesting watching Worf try to balance and try to understand that it's okay for these kids to have been brought up in this different world, but that they also should learn about their own Klingon culture as well. It was really cool, and you could see that kind of personified through the woman that he slowly fell in love with, who he was trying to ignore his feelings for, and who he was angry that he had feelings for because she was half Romulan, which he then later on admitted, like, yes, I do love you even though you are Romulan and stuff. So really interesting and a really cool Worf two-parter overall. I really enjoyed this two-parter. Anyways, that's going to be it for my reaction and review. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. Remember, next time on TNG, next week we should be checking out episode 21 of season 7, Firstborn, and then after that, the last TNG episode we are checking out before we're taking a little break from TNG is episode 20 of season 6, The Chase. I know I'm jumping to season 7 and going back to season 6, but Firstborn just felt like an episode that was more important, that actually had some connection to DS9, whereas The Chase, a lot of people just said it's a fun episode but doesn't have any connection to DS9. It just explains some things for kind of the overall Star Trek. So I thought I would watch Firstborn first, get that out of the way so I have the knowledge for DS9 in case an episode that it relates to is coming up soon, and then go back and watch The Chase, which hopefully is a fun episode. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next Star Trek The Next Generation reaction.